AfroBasket, the qualification to the quarterfinal, the final game of this round, in which Cameroon will go up against the Congo DR. Well, it's been an exciting 2 days in which already we saw Cabo Verde defeat the two-time defending champions Tunisia. They will go up against Angola, while these two final teams will wait to decide who remains in the continent's most prestigious continental competition. Josh Bennett alongside former head coach of both Angola and Nigeria, and also a man who won the 2015 FIBA AfroBasket Championship with the Tigers, Coach Will Voigt. Coach, well, Cameroon, they have a setback. No Jeremiah Hill, and they go up against a very tough opponent.
Yeah, really tough injury there. Jeremiah Hill, so important for this Cameroonian team. We saw him put them on his back several times there, going down with the knee injury against Nigeria. So they're going to have to figure out how to replace his scoring and playmaking ability. I think it's going to have to be a big game here from some of these other wing players. Where are they going to find that perimeter scoring to lead them to a victory?
Well, no doubt about it, there's going to have to be a shift and a shake, but no doubt Yves Missy is going to have a game of games, the man who plays for the New Orleans Pelicans, but also the likes of this man, Williams Naras. Next season, as I already said, he's going to Jadea Dijon in France, but they are going to need everybody to be at their very best if indeed they're going to remain in the FIBA AfroBasket. Well, there you see the players coming out of both Cameroon and the Congo DR, but now basketball fans, we kindly ask, if you're able to do so, to stand with us for the national anthems of these two beautiful countries. National anthems of two beautiful countries, the Congo DR and Cameroon, have been sung. And now the coaches, players will come center stage to shake hands, pay each other respect. But you know one thing, only the winner will head to the quarterfinals of the FIBA AfroBasket. Well, at this time, basketball fans, we'd like to introduce three very important people for tonight's game, and those are our three referees. Well, they've done a magnificent job in all of our competitions, and they will continue to do a great one tonight here. Well, our referees are coming from South Africa, Senegal, and Angola. From Angola, we have Claudio Ueba. From Senegal, we have Mumbai Seya. And from South Africa, we have Arnold Mosea. Well, a big thank you to all of our referees. And tonight, our commissioner and technical delegate is Mr. Hesham El Hariri. Well, take a look at the starting lineups. And coach, when you look at this team, I mean, Claude Lutete has been one of their lead scorers along with Jordan Sacco. But I can imagine we're going to expect big things tonight for Jonathan Jordan.
Well, it was the Jordan show in their last game against Cote d'Ivoire. So Jonathan Jordan and Jordan Sacco, two prominent players for them. And you know, if you're Jonathan Jordan, your first time here at an AfroBasket tournament, I think kind of feeling his way, definitely had his best game against Cote d'Ivoire. Let's see if he continues that here tonight.
Yambo will be in the backcourt along with Jordan. Christian Nyanga, one of their greatest players of all time, along with Garmin Kandekele. And of course, you can see Jack Kabongo Kabuya all starting with Sacco and Claude Lutet coming off the bench. What's interesting about Congo DR, they only lost one game in the FIBA AfroBasket qualifiers, and that was the final one against South Sudan. Well, head coach Michel Perron tonight will be trying to lead this team, the Leopards, indeed to the quarterfinals. But we'll turn our attentions to Cameroon. Well, the setback is going to be tough, and I imagine we're going to see Quebec in the backcourt, and no doubt a lot of pick and roll business with that man Missy, because, you know, coach, this is going to be the biggest test for this national team. From the very beginning, when we started the AfroBasket qualifiers in February 2023 until now.
Well, Beckham's definitely going to have to carry a big load here tonight. So Jeremiah Hill really doing everything for this team from Cameroon.
Well, we'll take a look at that starting lineup, so we'll find out who is going to be that primary point guard. So they do have Tamanang Show along with Samuel Beckham, of course. Obviously, everything is going to be about Messi, but we can expect probably a lot of three-point shooting. Fabian Ateba, who did lead them in that, you know, sort of a comeback against Nigeria. But Williams Nanas, he has got to be monumental. If they're going to win tonight, he's got to be a huge factor on both ends of the floor, coach.
Yeah, absolutely. And interesting to see Congo with some lineup changes. So Kabuya and Ayenga getting the start here. Sacco coming off the bench to start this game.
Well, there's the head coach, Alfred Aboya.
With the ball. Boom. You hit. Sami. Eve. Boom. You go. You stay here. Eve. Get it. Might be there. Reverse to Fabien. Alright? And then go set a pick for Sami. Sami, come. Boom. Eve, come back. Nanas, you follow. You go back on that way. So we have a single side here. Alright? So you set a pick and you roll here. Got it? That's how we start the game. Yeah, he pass the ball to you. You go set the screen, you pass, and you get away. Now, it's coming in the middle, pick and roll, boom. He's rolling this way. You find the room. Let's go out the room.
Ice weak on defense, ice weak on defense.
Let's go.
Well, you just saw our official sponsor for tonight. The Tissot Countdown to Tip-Off is now underway. Basketball fans, wherever you may be in the world, welcome everybody. Indeed, the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket, coach. All roads could potentially end tonight for one of these two teams, but the winner will go to the quarterfinals. And that man, well, he's been a part of some great Cameroonian national teams over the years. He's arguably one of the best, if not the very best, to ever wear the Cameroonian national team jersey. And he would love to see his team battle through the adversity and book their tickets.
Well, you said it there, adversity. You know, reminds me of our 2015 campaign with Nigeria when we won that title. Ike Diagu, one of our best players in our lead up to that tournament, went down with an injury. We had to go the distance there without him. So Cameroon's going to have to do the same thing here without Jeremiah Hill. Got to figure out ways to find points. Obviously, Beckham's going to be very important for them. See if he can get going here. Sounds like Coach Aboy is starting the game out with a middle pick and roll play for him. See if he can get him into the flow of this game early on.
Well, there is Jeremiah Hill, inactive tonight. Of course, looked like he hyperextended himself when he tried to close out a three-pointer against Caleb Agata in their final group stage game. But he's here in support for his team. Had a magnificent season last year in France with Alain Chalon. And our hopes and wishes go to him that he does recover soon. Well, we're almost ready to get things underway. There's going to be a tip. Well, we're almost ready to get things underway. There's going to be a tip-off here. The Congolese fans, just in fine fashion, on both sides of the arena, actually waving their flags and representing their country in fine fashion.
I think there might be an issue with the numbers for the starters, because you see here different group starting the game. Yeah,
Sako wasn't in the lineup, was he?
I was gonna say, so Sako coming out here, and I thought it was really surprising when they didn't start him. He had such a tremendous game against Cote d'Ivoire. He's been a very important part of this team moving forward. So.
Well, here we go. Game underway. One of these two teams, Congo DR or Cameroon, will go to the quarterfinals. Jonathan Jordan along with Dianga here in the backcourt. Dianga goes down the middle. Trying to go for E. Missy. Coach, not many players have been able to do that so far. Nice take by Kande.
You see Kelly there with a nice extension and finish.
Quebec. This point guard duty role tonight. Also playmaking position is going to be tough. Already a foul is going to be called against Jonathan Jordan.
Saw him get the hands up there on the drive, and right away Sako coming into the game here. Some confusion on who they wanted to start.
Sako, of course, playing his professional basketball in the Spanish ACB, just most recently with Rio Briogan. I'm surprised that with the likes of both Baximan Ressa and Ukam Murthy, so quite a very well-experienced player. Quebeco now getting that screen from Missy. Naras. Going to look in the corner. That's a little too short. Contested. Congo DR can run with this.
Great job from Mayenga getting a piece of that on the closeout.
Well, he hesitated, but Jonathan Jordan went for the three-pointer. Unable to find the bottom of the net. Beckham now looking to attack, defended by Ayanga. This team is going to have to learn how to live without Jeremiah Hill. Beckham hangs in the air. Nice move by him.
Really nice finish there from Beckham. Having to hang in the air for a little while there. Ayanga with a good challenge, but Beckham up for the task and the finish.
Jordan pulls off in the mid-range. Unable to get the shot to drop it. Here's where Cameroon can get an advantage if they play quickly. Just trying to organize themselves into some form of a half-court set. Quebec now pulling up a tough one. That's usually what you would see from Jeremiah Hill, but not quite sure they want that shot from the coach.
Oh, you're right. Beckham really more of a downhill driver than a pull-up three shooter, so he's playing a big role here tonight, but he's got to be disciplined with his shot selection.
Oh, great post work by Jordan. Sako going at Eve Missy.
That was a beautiful finish there from Sako, and this is going to be a great matchup to watch here tonight.
Oh, Taba with the gamble. Eve Missy going in for the offensive rebound. That's what he's been very good at so far here in the group stage of play.
Well, his length and athleticism so difficult to keep off the glass.
He's got to be careful. Sako trying to get a seal off. Doesn't want to pick up an early foul. Yellow goes in. The foul is going to be given. So 2 free throws coming up for Congo DR.
Line up. Line up.
I'm surprised at that call. You see Naras's confusion. Thought there was pretty good verticality. Looked like Nyambo forcing the issue.
We've seen a few delayed calls, and the majority of them have been, the right decision. But this is just that delay of call that throws everybody off, especially the players on the floor.
Yeah, I'd have to see the replay here. It looked like Naras had nice verticality there. Not a whole lot of contact, if any, created by Nyambo on the drive.
Nyambo's not a prominent scorer for this team, because he's only been playing roughly 13 minutes per game in the 3 games they've played so far here in the AfroBasket. But a 1-point lead currently to Congo DR. Now that's going handoff with Quebeco. Teb again from the mid-range. Finding it tough to go up against the defense of Frank Yembo.
Some aggressive three-point attempts there from Ateba. You can see a lot of these guards trying to fill the scoring void.
Well, Kelly's just able to get into his set shot motion. That time, nothing but net.
Yeah, nice shot there from Kelly. He's had a really nice tournament here so far.
Last, just out of control. Good defense, man. Just trying to go for Eurostep and losing balance of that one. Because he doesn't want to pick up a second foul. Congo DR just trying to be very physical. That time, failing to capitalize with a two-possession lead.
Well, Show's done well there, battling for position. And the bigger Kiele backing him down, but really nice job there holding his spot.
They went to the backdoor play, but the defense saw that coming. But unfortunately for Congo DR, they're unable to come up with possession. So Cameroon will get this back on the baseline.
And Ross just a little late to see the cut there.
Yambo just trying to chase Ateba by Cho. Cho now twisting, turning. Has to go for a tough shot, and that's big time.
Yeah, nice patience inside the paint. Saw him pivoting there, trying to find an opening to get that shot off.
Jordan's got to make something with his own defense, excuse me, with the pick and roll. But now Cameroon can break. They have numbers. Show, change direction. In the end, giving it right back to Congo DR. Now they have numbers. Foul has been given. So 2 free throws coming up. This one's on Beckham.
Yeah, nice transition there. You see Ayenga leading the break, and really good verticality here defensively.
It may have just tumbled into Jordan Sacco. I think Sacco may have just realized what a defensive play came up with. But Frank Yembo, for a second time here in the first quarter, returning to the free throw line. Coach Perron just asking his players to play a little bit more intelligent. He gets the first free throw to drop. Frank Yembo next season, coach, will be heading to Uganda to play. Just came off the back of a season just playing in Kigali. Averaged 20 points per game in 11 so far in the Rwandan RBL, but now at the moment, duties are focused on the national team. This is coming up for that high screen. Beckham throws it up, and there you can see the connection. Good defense again by Sacco. What a block by Kelly.
Oh, great reaction there.
A little too short at the moment here from Ateba. He's got to get his feet under his shot. Beckham finding Missy. Final seconds. Double team comes. No time left. Coming up with it last, just saving the day there in the final moments.
Yeah, right place, right time there for Naras. Sacco with the nice closeout there. Beckham in front, but Naras able to come up with that.
Cuts it back down to a 1-point deficit. Cameroon battling without arguably their best backcourt player. And an unfortunate turnover here for Congo DR. Let's look at the rejection. Kelly didn't have to do too much there, coach.
Nice job blocking that from behind. You see Naras there. He's so good at finding these seams as a cutter and offensive rebounder. Seems to always put himself in the right position.
Well, Lele coming off the bench as well. He's going to have to play a lot more tonight. Missy, good hands, unable to finish. No foul given. It's a problem now here for Congo DR because I'm not sure what happened. It is the Christian Ayanga on the floor.
Couldn't see what happened there.
Let's have a look at the replay. There's Lele just going to pick and roll, and he got hit in the face or the shoulder, but
yeah, I think it's when he came down. His arms Lele's arms there falling through across the face and hitting him in the eye, but he went down right away. So.
Maxime Shamba is going to check into the lineup here for Congo DR. There's anything they can try to build, because with Congo DR will have the advantage tonight is knowing they don't have to have the hands full in the backcourt with the likes of Jeremiah Hill. But still, you've got a talented team. A nice little Euro step going in, finishing, and just extending their lead to 3 points with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Beautiful finish there from Yambo. See the Euro step around the defender, and great start here for the DRC.
Saban just struggling early with a shot. Now they get a switch. It's a post entry. Time expiring. It's up fadeaway. And they battling. Congo DR coming up with it. Tente was their leading scorer in the qualifiers. They only lost 1 game. Going for a step back. The box out, but couldn't come up with a rebound. Now Shamba goes in. Kind of a little bit scrappy on both ends of the floor. There's a curl on the screen. Teba, hesitation. Makes a bit of a bump, goes in. Tough play.
That is a tough finish there. We saw him aggressively taking threes early on. That time the downhill drive, and he's trying to fill this void from Jeremiah Hill. For all these players, it's going to be difficult. They're so used to having Hill be the primary option offensively.
Sacco going that back to the basket, post up. And the kick out. Shamba, that's going to be a 24-second violation. He probably should have taken it before he decided to put it on the floor.
Well, Abel, a nice job there of holding position. Sacco bodying him. You see the beautiful Euro step there around the defender from Yembo.
Here's the isolation by Ateba. Just hasn't been able to get his legs under a shot early on. He's had some flat looks, but this will help him just to build that confidence he needs. Well, a timeout is going to be called. These two teams will talk it over, so we'll go to the benches to find out what the coaches have to say.
On va jouer moins statique. On va faire fist side pour Franck. Et après, on fait double pick pour Maxi. Et là, s'il n'y a rien, Maxi, end off avec l'OTT. Et là, on vient en rythme. On ne cherche pas autre chose que ça. End off, pick and roll avec la vitesse vers le cercle. OK? Allez, let's go, let's go.
If you run, you got another one in the front.
Hey, on est là, on est là, on est là. Regarde-le.
Une défense tout de suite, là. Une défense tout de suite. Rebound, rebound.
Well, Kelly currently 2 out of 2 from the field. He has 4 points. Neither team really able to get a grasp on this game so far, and probably you kind of feel, Coach, a little bit of nerves and anxiety for both the Congo DR and Cameroon.
You know, obviously the pressure is on now in this knockout round, but for Cameroon, they have to, come up with a new identity here offensively. So you can see a lot of these players having to play different roles. We've seen Ateba being really aggressive here. How are they going to fill that huge scoring void with Jeremiah Hill's injury?
Of course, Lele back in the lineup here in the backcourt. He's going to have to play extensive minutes tonight along with Quebec. Lele, now we're in the 10. Out of control. Coach wasn't going anywhere, and Shamba gifting Lele with 2 free throws.
Yeah, you're right. He's got to be more disciplined there.
Was it Champa or was it foul? Might actually be called against Mateo, so I'm not quite sure. But either way, it's got to frustrate you as a coach, because And lately he wasn't quite sure because he's not necessarily a natural point guard for this team, but he's not going anywhere. You kind of putting it into a situation where you can force him to turn it over. You foul him. That's tough for Congo DR.
Well, Lele is going to have to get important backup point guard minutes, and the only player on this Cameroonian roster who plays locally played for KSI in the BAL this past season. So everybody's going to have to contribute here tonight for Cameroon.
Now, he's made one from there. Time rolling its way out, but a big offensive rebound. Congo DR knows they're going to win tonight. This has got to be an area they battle, but Mateo, too big, too strong in the paint.
Powerful finish there. Started with the offensive rebound, then just backing Aiega down for the finish.
And now he'll pick and pop for three as well. He hasn't made too many of those. But why not? Everything's got to count tonight for Cameroon, coach.
Yeah, with a big pick and pop three, you can see Cameroon a little bit smaller here. You want to go to some switching.
Kelly now attacks down the middle, goes in. Oh, he missed it. And that was a wide open look for him. But Cameroon with show in transition, turning it over. They should have capitalized there as well.
They're just not on the same page with Blah, and you see Aiega with the big shot there. See if they go back to this zone. Back in this 2-3 here.
Lele at the top of Show. Chapman just curling the entire zone defense. But Christian Lutete has to go for a three. Misses last one. Show comes up with a rebound. Now if Cameroon goes precisely here, they can play 2 for 1.
Well, they need a clock awareness here. Definitely should go 2 for 1 in this scenario.
Made his last three and he makes another one. And everybody stepping up here at the moment for Cameroon.
Well, that's a welcome surprise. Aiega not really known for his perimeter shooting. Had not made a three in this tournament before those two right there.
Sets the offensive rebound. Yebo pump fakes, gets denied. Well, pinned off the backboard. And now Cameroon could have the final shot. Ateba now attacking the bucket. Bumps. Finds a block. Another pump fake. And that's going to be 2 free throws coming up.
It's a beautiful drop off there from Ateba. You see the pump fake from Abla. Abla up in the air there.
Because the entire defense was ready to rotate and crash on Ateba. That was a three-pointer by Aiega, but look at the rejection. Big time block.
Some big minutes here from Aiega. Doing it on both ends of the floor. And you're going to need these contributions. You know, who is it going to be from this bench that's going to provide that spark that Cameroon will need?
Makes them both. Steady it to a 6-point lead, 2.2. Shamba throws a long pass, and well, the clock awareness coach, as you mentioned, they find themselves down by 6. This is the qualification to the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Cameroon, through the adversity, right now find themselves on top, and so far finding a bit more rhythm in the game, coach.
Well, nice spurt there to close out the quarter. Really started with Aiega, those 2 threes and the big block on the other end, and I think that's going to be the game here for Coach Aboya, trying to figure out which of these role players is going to step up and be the star now.
Well, momentarily, we're now going to look at the highlights. Top plays here from the first quarter, and Congo DR getting things going early with Keely inside the paint, right at Eve Missy. That's on them.
Great finish there. I mean, Missy as good as any in this tournament in terms of rim protection.
Well, Beckham, as mentioned, has to be the primary ball handler in the absence of that man, Jeremiah Hill. But I mean, so far, second chance points, hitting a few good looks from the perimeter. Maybe one area, coach. Correct me if I'm wrong. You think if Cameroon's able to take full advantage, would be in transition, and possibly if they're better in that part of this game, they could win this one.
Well, I think they have to find easy points any way they can. So offensive rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds there in that quarter. And like you said, can they force turnovers, get out into transition, find easy baskets that way?
So far, they find themselves leading by 6 points. Here's the first three-pointer of the FIBA AfroBasket for Diego. That was the second one. And discovering things, potential aspects are going to help them get to the quarterfinals. Well, fans, if you love international basketball, scan the QR code and download the Courtside 1891 app so you can watch all the very best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Courtside 1891, download it today. Cameroon will get first possession. Beckham back in the lineup. This is Jonathan Jordan for Congo DR. Well, Beckham going all the way, made contact, but still getting denied at the summit. Great work by Mateo.
Yeah, really nice job rotating over there. I think Beckham tried to draw the contact with the body. Might have been better served, just finishing as quickly as possible.
So it's Mute also back in the lineup. Well, actually checking in for the first time. He's been quite crucial for them so far here in the group stage. Beckham's got to put up a tough one. Almost got it. Nyanga able to secure the rebound. That's going to be a jump ball violation, and that will go in favor of the Congo DR.
Good to see Nyanga back in the game. The veteran here for the Congo, former first-round draft pick of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he's had a tremendous career overseas.
And there's a rejection. Trailing by 6 points, but an 8-second violation is going to be called. Christian Lutete, nobody indicating to him, and I think head coach Michel Perron's probably thinking, you got to know this.
Well, you got to have an awareness there. The jump ball obviously eating away a lot at that clock, so only had about 4 seconds there to cross him, just walking it up.
Beckham finds Nadas. Final seconds, has to put up a high-octane 3, almost got it. Jordan secures the rebound. Now looking to run here for Congo DR. Lutete's 0 for 2. Now finally hits his first three-pointer. The man who led them in the AfroBasket qualifiers. He's got to have a hot hand tonight. The only victory they've had in the AfroBasket so far was against Rwanda. Nadas, pump fake, steps through, and getting points inside the key.
Yeah, he's crafty in there. He does best, just finds these gaps, able to finish, and a little confusion here for Cameroon, not knowing if they're in zone or man. And Nyanga makes them pay.
People are always trying to figure out. I mean, I guess that really does affect them because at this level, coach, you'd expect your players to know what kind of defense you are in.
Well, they've been switching it up and gone to the zone the last couple of possessions, but definitely confused on that one.
Beckham puts up a tough one. Drawing the foul against Jordan. So it's going to be 2 free throws yet again coming up here for Beckham.
I think Beckham's lucky. Free throws there. Maybe some contact early on, certainly not towards the end of that play, but he's got to be careful not to force the issue. You know, he wants to step into those big shoes of Jeremiah Hill, but sometimes it's just about getting into the paint, creating. That's where Jeremiah Hill was so good for this team. You know, picking his moments when to be a dominant scorer, but a lot of the times finding lobs for these bigs, drop-offs for these bigs out of pick and roll.
Because Jeremiah Hill here for his team. Because many of his teammates he plays against in France. Beckham so far coming into this matchup was 12 out of 16 from the free throw line in the group stage. That time missing the second one. Lutete. Well, Jordan shaking, banking, mid-range. Again, sinking it right in the face of Williams Nadas.
Well, like you said, a little shake and bake there. You saw the hezzy cross and pull up. Maybe this is going to get him going.
Well, he cuts it down to 1 point. Show, nice pass. Missy has to catch it tough. Mutse, corner, Hill fires 3. Good look for him, but can't convert. Now Congo DR numbers. And Yanga goes in, giving them the 1 point lead. And a timeout's going to be called by head coach Alfred Aboya as they trail by 1, having led by as many as 6.
Congo's been able to find some fast break opportunities. Nice job here too from Jordan. Feeling good with the pull-up.
Just a nice elevation. Here was Duterte finding the assist in the fast break. Nadas just didn't want to pick up a second personal foul. We'll head down to Cameroon's bench to find out what head coach Alfred Aboya is going to address the Congolese fans, loving every second of it.
Reverse, you set the big screen, I will come in right back to you. All right? Flurry, we got flurry. But then, hey, I want to go. This is Eve, right? No, this is Naras and Eve. All right? You hit Naras, you go back with Tamina, you DHO, and you set the back to your rib straight. We go inside there.
I'm giving DHO, I'm giving it DHO.
No, you receive the DHO and you punch your one inside. Eve, right? Yeah, you get to Eve inside.
Well, Coach Aboya knows they're down a very big player, but you know, you can see I like in his approach to the coach. There doesn't seem to be any of a panic mode, but it was a bit of a stumble for Cameroon coach. He yanked his wide open 3 because, as you mentioned, they've been switching from man to zone, but that time there was no communication on the floor to what they were exactly in.
Yeah, confusion there defensively leading to the open 3, and Congo doing a nice job of getting out in transition. 9-0 on fast break points so far in this game.
This he got it by Sacco. Now trying to post up. Sacco standing strong. This is twisting. Foul's been given. So 2 free throws coming up.
And Sacco's done well there. He's just got to be disciplined right at the end. Not swipe down on the arm. He's forced Missy onto his left hand. I think you got to just live with whatever the result of that is.
It's great to see Matt currently playing in the ACB in Spain up against, and he's just come out of his rookie season in the NBA with the New Orleans Pelicans. And the Congolese fans just trying to give Yves Missy a bit of a hard time on his free throw. Second one good. Nothing separating these two teams, 23 apiece. Just over 3 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Come on.
Duterte now waiting for the ball screen. Kelly coming up for it. Now Duterte just going down the middle. Now Jordan beating the shot clock and using the bank.
Tough finish there. Jordan getting into the teeth of the defense, finishing over the trees there.
Well, this is good work so far from both teams. Beckham. Nadas wants to post up. Wants to use the sides. As his weight goes in, a bit of contact, draws the foul. Now he'll go to the free throw line.
And Naras, such a tough matchup. He's so efficient as a post scorer and a slasher, sliding between that 4 and 3 position. We see here Jonathan Jordan beating the clock there. Tough finish.
Well, the bank was open, and it gave them the 2-point cushion. Kelly getting called for the foul. It's only his first personal. Chris Nadas, the only game he's missed free throws was against Madagascar when he was 2 out of 6. Other than that, he only had 1 against Tunisia and 1 against Nigeria. Oh, he's missed 1 tonight. Still a 1-point lead in favor of Congo DR. Jordan working around the screen, finds that mid-range. Missy comes up with it. You can see Coach Alfred Aboya telling telling his players to push the tempo. Well, Missy wants to go at Sacco. Bumps, goes in. And too big and strong, coach.
That was a tough move there. Had to originate from the perimeter, so showing the ball handling skills as well. And when he gets to that right hand, it's so tough to stop.
Sacco goes right back at him. Sela, post work. Battle of the bigs.
This is going to be a great matchup. Two high-level guys going head-to-head. And you can see Sacco wanted to kind of give it back to him on the other end. Let's see if they go back to Missy here.
On the screen for Quebeco. No fire a three this time. On target. Show big rebound. Lute wide open. Still can't convert. Foul is going to be committed here. Well, Show's going to come out of the lineup. Ateva's going to come back in.
You can see the body there from Show. Just trying to pursue that offensive rebound.
Well, they want to find Jonathan Jordan. Just the quick hands, the quick feet. Bit of contact foul. He's unable to convert the three-point play.
Well, bodies everywhere on the floor, and Jordan's able to get the shot off there as Beckham was falling down into his legs, so timed it well.
Well, Jonathan Jordan, of course, having played in the BAL, now, of course, becoming, the key backcourt player for this Congo DR team. And as I already said, the only one that won game in the group stage against Rwanda. It was quite a tough group they're in. Opening game against Cabo Verde. They do give themselves a chance tonight to try and get to the quarterfinals. Second one good.
Jonathan Jordan is a pogo stick, so he has serious hops if he gets a chance. I actually coached Jonathan Jordan at a tryout camp for the BAL, so it was a combine at the Brooklyn Nets facility, and I could not believe his ability to dunk at that height.
Beckham now finding Missy. Final seconds. Kicks out. Beckham's got to shoot it. That's closed out. Ateva comes up with it. Perimeter shooting hasn't been consistent tonight from Cameroon. Beckham finds an opening. Draws a foul, and again, he'll go back to the free throw line. So, Coach, one thing he's struggled in terms of scoring from the perimeter, but, one thing Beckham's not too bad at is going to his right and getting to the bucket.
Well, that's what he does best. His ability to penetrate off the dribble, but he's really, more of a scorer when he gets in. I think that's been the toughest thing for Cameroon to replace. We saw Jeremiah Hill so many times getting downhill, but then finding his bigs on lobs and drop-offs, really balancing his scoring with playmaking. So for Beckham and Lele in this game, they're going to have to figure out how to fill not only the scoring, but the assists as well that Hill brought to the game.
Well, making the first free throw, those Cameroonian fans. Of course, it was a tough game for them to watch, that final game against Nigeria in the group. Second one good. Just over 4 minutes left here in the first half. Now they're trying to get Mute to match up with Jordan. They want to carry in violation.
Well, absolutely. It's either a blocking foul or a carry. There's no way it's nothing there. Just kind of picked it up and looked at the official. Was expecting a blocking foul, but...
Well, Mute and Jordan just having some words with each other. Mute just trying to maybe get inside of Jordan's head at the moment. So now Williams Nadas is going to take a breather. Here's the post up. Lutete, he's made 1 3. That one's just way off the mark.
It's a good look. Yanga, you can see why he was inserted into the starting lineup. Just such a steadying presence, drawing the help, kicking it out. Tete is a capable scorer.
Well, Missy again on the perimeter. Gets bumped. The foul is going to be called. Problem is, that's penalty, and that's going to be free throws coming up for Eve Missy.
Saka's got to be aware. Missy's strong right hand. We saw it on the previous play. You got to shade him to that hand. Make him go left when he's on the perimeter, putting on the deck.
The Cameroon's definitely had an advantage of getting to the charity stripe. They've been very good tonight. Currently 9 out of 13. Missy, renowned of what we've seen so far from him in the group stage of getting those double-doubles. He now has as many points as rebounds. One-point lead to Cameroon. But quickly, Lutete. Nobody saw him coming. How easy was it for him, coach, to flash down the middle?
It's a great cut there from the baseline. Teba caught napping there. Easy basket.
That would infuriate any coach. Double team coming over. Beckham hasn't made a three tonight. Now he makes one. Well, the doubles go to Eve Missy, and Beckham converts three-pointers. It could be Cameroon's evening.
We saw Jordan coming down there. I'm not sure if it was needed.
Surely, coach. Coach, Jonathan Jordan was hooking and pulling the shorts of Mute.
Yeah, it really was. We had the perfect angle here from where we're sitting. You see him reach around and grab those shorts.
Well, here's the three-pointer by Beckham. The Cameroonian fans still continue to cheer as they believe. Look, he's had his struggles, and that's a case of saying, finally.
If you're Beckham, just 1 for 5 from 3. And you know he wants to step forward here and take on that role that Jeremiah Hill has performed so far. But I think he's also got to look to try to set up some of his teammates. It's been a lot of isolation play, whether it's been Missy on the perimeter or Beckham. I'd like to see a little bit more ball movement. Allow some of these other players to get touches.
Second free throw, no good. Missy secures the rebound. Cameroon just holding on to a slender one-point lead. The quarterfinals is the ultimate outcome for these two teams, whoever wins. Missy again goes baseline. Just turning it over. Lutete, why not? Wide open, he's made one. But he's got to make it if he's going to keep on shooting. Beckham finds a Teba. He'll fire a quick three. This one's up. Both teams just need to try to end the first half as best as possible, but another three goes flying. Nothing converted yet.
And the pace picking up here. You see Beckham trying to slow things down, get organized here. They keep going to this Missy isolation. Last time, Mateo, good job of keeping on his left hand.
Well, once he gets in the paint, if he doesn't have the first jump hook, he'll spin out and he'll go back to the right hand.
Well, I was just saying, Mateo did a great job the previous possession, keeping him on that left. This time, allowing Missy to spin back to the right hand finish, and that's been the primary offense for Cameroon.
Well, Lutete again. Contact was made. He wanted to have one, but he's got to make it first, and no foul given. Mute elevating. Jordan goes, no, it's going to be a foul. It's a poor foul to give away because you're just going to send him to the free throw line.
Well, not only the foul, but the lack of execution. You just got to deliver a better pass there. Jordan's done well to battle and make that difficult. You see here, Missy, a beautiful spin back to that right hand, but you got to know if you're the Congo, he's always trying to get back to that right. You got to just stay on that hip, not let him spin back, see what he could do with the left. We saw previously they kept him on the left hand. Jordan came down and was able to dig it out for a steal.
Well, he's got 8 points tonight. He's only missed one free throw, Jonathan Jordan. Second one good, cutting it down to 1 point. Just over a minute to go here in the first half. This is coming up in a high screen. Beckham hangs in the air. It's a good move. He can't capitalize. That's going to remain Cameroon Bulls, so their possession on the baseline.
Again, Beckham just pressing a little too much there. I'd like to try to get his teammates involved a little bit more as that primary point guard now.
Saban goes baseline. Probably could have taken that one up. The pump fakes. Down the middle, goes in, hangs. Missy with the follow-up. Well, that's going to now be 1 rebound away from a double-double. 9 rebounds, 11 points.
Missy has been dominant here in the first half. They've gone to him a lot in these kind of mid-post isolations.
A nice take down the middle. Yanga responding.
That's a really great response there. Kind of a veteran. Such a calming presence for his team. And let's see what they do here if they go back to Missy.
Yanga now pulling up mid-range. Doesn't get it. Well, they've got 1 second. Shama's going to have to put it up. And again, just like he did at the end of the first quarter, Coach. You understand he's trying to make that pass, but probably could have just thrown up anything at that stage.
He's going to have a little bit better clock awareness. And I think if you're the Congo, you got to be happy with this hanging tight throughout this game.
Well, it's a 1-point bowl game. It's the qualification to the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. And as it stands, Cameroon with a slender 1-point cushion. Qualif misses, as I mentioned, after his final bucket. He did get the offensive rebound. He now has 9 rebounds, 11 points. He's 1 away from a double-double. Right now, he's their leading scorer. While for the Congo DR, it's Jonathan Jordan, who's 5 out of 6 on the free throw line and also has 9 points along with 4 assists. But right now, you kind of think without Jeremiah Hill, Cameroon's actually been okay.
Well, it's been a struggle at times in the half court, but, they found something there with that mid-post isolation for Missy, and I think the offensive rebounds as well. 12 offensive rebounds in that first half have given them these second chance points that have been so vital.
Well, very soon we'll take a look at the top highlights here from the second quarter. The winner of this game will indeed go to the quarterfinals of the FIBA AfroBasket. Well, Jonathan Jordan that time finding Christian Lutete, the man who led them in the FIBA AfroBasket qualifiers, where they only lost their final game against South Sudan. Head coach Michel Perron demanding excellence. And here was Naras curling the screen, simple pump fake, finishing inside the paint. But Coach, you got to think if Congo DR are going to win, a lot's going to have to go through Jordan.
Well, Jordan, I thought, had a really steady first half there, doing it on both ends. Saw him come up with a couple of steals defensively, but, Yega's presence inserted into that starting lineup, and you can see why. Some really timely baskets for the Congo.
Well, the Congo DR's transition has been quite effective when they've been able to get out. They did have 8 fast balls. Excuse me, that's incorrect, obviously. But they have been very meticulous within their transition. But as you said, Missy might go down the middle, but he always wants to go back to the right.
And you can see the follow-up here too. So Brice Yega able to draw the defense. Missy there to clean it up, and it really has. It's been the offensive rebounds, I think, that are hurting the Congo the most.
Halftime now between Cameroon and DR Congo. Currently 1-point lead to Cameroon. We'll be back in just over 12 minutes.
We are in for a showdown here tonight. Let's get this body started. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown. Goes in for the dunk. Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good. who goes in and scores. Ah! This is what it's all about. It's all one big basketball family, folks. He is a magician. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me!
Gumanwari's off to the races is Almeida. That is beautiful play from Almeida. Wow. The pass, so amazing. Well, 3 defenders around him now with his Fernando to Dundao. Pass back! Funded in by Bruno Fernando. Now, out on the break is Lucani, chased down by Majokeng. Excellent work.
He's just trying to deal with the pressure. The Valley trying to. Oh my goodness! That's Louisville, baby, and that's Zamalek.
Well, there's Honest Mahmoud on display. The athleticism, the length, but the pass as well.
Nice delivery. Here comes Shusha. Good hands by Boissy. Senegal come up with it. Here's the pass. Look out. Wow, wow, baby! Wow, wow, baby! And he's going to the free throw line for the three-point play.
Oh my goodness, what a finish there.
Oh man! Post in time. Wow!
Oh, what a pass and dunk.
Wow, you look at how he ran a feet up top and 2 guys caught underneath. And Ward. Wow! Costello, Bolari on the drive. Bolari shot up. It is Dali for Cote d'Ivoire. Drops in the 2 points. Here's the shot from Bolari as it goes up. Dali picking it up, dropping it in, and they pick up the win.
He's going to be dangerous anytime he's rolling to the rim.
That spins, goes in, gets rejected. Well, Lomasoa could have picked up his 3rd. But in the end, becoming Madagascar's insurance policy.
Credit to him, not backing down. Playing for those 2000s there.
Oh my goodness! We saw a nutmeg from Canute and then a throwdown. And coach, sorry to cut you off. We don't ever see nutmegs like that in the game of basketball. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back, basketball fans, live here in Luanda, Angola for the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. It's halftime, and currently a 1-point lead to Cameroon against the Congo DR. The winner of this game, this is the qualification to the quarterfinal in which the winner will succeed. The loser, unfortunately, will go home. But right now, Jonathan Jordan, 9 points, leading the way for Congo DR. But coach, they're going to need other players to step into the mix if they're going to come out with a victory tonight.
Well, they definitely will, and it's been a struggle for both teams from 3 right now. 2 for 10 for the Congo and 3 for 14 from Cameroon. So these teams are going to have to figure out a way to knock down some of these looks from the perimeter.
Christian Nyanga, the second leading scorer, right behind Jordan. He's currently 7 points, 3 for 3 from the field. Actually 100% in total if you consider the free throws. But as you mentioned, it has been a bit of a nervy start for both teams. It's all on the line tonight. You either win or you go home.
Well, certainly a lot of pressure for both teams, and for Cameroon trying to figure out how they replace Jeremiah Hill. So, you know, Beckham getting the start there at point guard. I think he's just been a little too aggressive, forcing shots that really weren't there. Just 2 for 11 from the floor. I think he's got to look to try to create only 1 assist there as that starting point guard.
Well, the Congo DR players now returning from the changing room, which is still yet to wait. But now we look at Yves Missy, 1 rebound away from a double-double. But you would expect that from the man who plays for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Well, he's been great here in the first half. They started going to this little mid-post isolation, and when he gets to that right hand, he is very tough to stop.
Well, Quebec's had to come in and play the relief point guard duty due to the absence of Jeremiah Hill. We just saw him walk by. Great to see Jeremiah, of course, but, you know, Yves Missy, his game is very unique. We obviously know the level he plays at, but Coach, you highlighted at one point, he likes to get isolations from the three-point line.
Well, you know, he's really shown an ability to put it on the deck here, and you see the spin back to that right hand. And, you know, his agility at that size just so special.
Well, he is leading the way right now. It was his final field goal and 9th rebound, the putback of the miss attempt from Ayaga. And that is where he's going to come crucial. But I got to tell you, Coach, I've been very impressed with Quebec really handling the backcourt pressure, because usually he was playing off guard or relief point guard for Jeremiah Hill. And so far he's handled that responsibility very well here in the qualification to the quarterfinals.
Well, I mean, I guess the lone bright spot for him, 0 turnovers. So, you know, he has taken care of the ball, but he's got to become more of a facilitator here in the second half, be able to run the offense, find his teammates, pick his spots, when to score, but try not to force some of these drives we saw in the first half.
Well, it's currently a 1-point lead to Cameroon. Because Cameroon tonight, 25 rebounds, 12 of them have been on the offensive end, while only 18 boards for Congo DR, and they only have 3 offensive boards, which you've got to ask the question. Neither team has been too spectacular from the three-point line. 2 out of 10, as you already highlighted, Coach. But maybe Cameroon, if they can find ways to convert second chance points, they could probably put themselves ahead in this game.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Neither team really dialing up their ball pressure yet in this game. You know, just 3 turnovers for Cameroon, 5 turnovers for the Congo. So let's see how these teams come out in the second half here.
Well, at some point, we're going to have to highlight, Coach, 5 best players in this tournament. It's going to be a tough task.
Well, still a lot of games to be played. Certainly this guy right here would have to be considered if his team continues to move on. Had himself a great first half there. Let's see if they go back to those post-isolation plays.
Well, Missy, of course, going to have to carry a big load tonight. He's going to need some help from the likes of Williams Nanas, Show, not to mention as well Mute. Mute's had some good looks as well as Ateba, but it hasn't clicked. But when we look at Congo DR, the man who led them in the qualifiers, Christian Lutete, he's had some good looks, but just hasn't been able to find that rhythm from the perimeter, Coach.
Well, you're right. He did have a couple of good looks there. And, you know, this is a guy that can fill it up. As you said, their leading scorer during the qualification rounds, averaged 19 points per game at UMass Lowell in the United States, played in Bosnia this last season. So he's more than capable of knocking these down, and they're going to need him to hit some of these here in the second half.
Well, with just over 2.5, Jonathan Jordan off the back of playing in the BAL. Right now, coming into this national team duty. And, you know, it's interesting. And you've said this many times. What I love about the AfroBasket, the balance. Your words, Coach. I love how you explain it, because look at the other FIBA continental competitions. You do see a lot of the regular faces, you know, either in the top 4, in the championship, or favorites to win. That just isn't the case with this competition.
Well, there's a lot of teams coming in here with an argument that they could be considered the favorites. So I think it's really going to come down to matchups. You see right there the head coach for Petro de Luanda speaking with the president there of Petro de Luanda, the BAL representative from Angola here. But I think it's really going to be a case of matchups as we move forward.
Well, the Congo DR players just trying to get some final reps in, just to try and get loose. Alfred Aboya, head coach of Cameroon, has just got his players on the bench, getting those final words in. So very soon, we'll head to the benches. Well, there's one of your former players, Coach.
Yeah, Yannick Morella, had a chance to catch up with him earlier. It's great to see him, and you know, he's pointing at Eric Amadeus, another player here from Angola, played in the United States. So we've seen a lot of these guys coming out supporting, and we'll see them all when Angola plays in the quarterfinals here.
Laisse Mithéo sur Missy, viens dans les aides, toi. Fais attention, si c'est le 11, par contre, c'est le shooter, hein, t'es avec lui. S'il est là, après si c'est un autre, tu peux venir dans les aides sur sa main gauche. Hein. Dur d'entrer sur lui, hein, tu lui laisses travailler. Hein. D'accord. We must this side, do first one. Other way, after this side.
Well, fans, if you love international basketball, scan the QR code and download Courtside 1891 to get all the best live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and also the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Courtside 1891, download it today. Now that's back in the lineup here for Cameroon. And he missed one rebound away from a potential double-double. I think it's inevitable, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we might see that happen in the first minute here in the second half. You know, great first half there. It'd be interesting to see what the Congo decides to do here on these post isolations. Maybe send a double team sooner. Potentially could try to front those, try to get them to throw over the top, trap from the baseline side.
Cameroon getting first possession. Now trying to work things with Naras. I don't think he needed to change his hand, but he still makes it.
Nice little set there from Coach Aboya. Just a little simple Iverson cut from Naras, and able to turn the corner on the catch and finish.
Well, that's a back down. Good hands by Ateba. Cameroon can run. Naras. Crossover, but really kind of insinuated that he was going to do it early. Jordan bumps, goes in, but Naras recovers with a denial.
That's a great block there from Naras. Sprinting back there defensively after the turnover.
Beckham finds Naras. Made threes in the opening game. He should have followed his rebound or shot, excuse me.
I love the kick out there from Beckham. I think that's what he's got to look to do. Try to set up his teammates early on.
Well, no foul given. Sacco feels like he was impeded, but well, here's the take by Naras. The Iverson cut, as you said, Coach.
Yeah, just distorts the defense a little bit there, and you see the nice block on the other end. There's a lot of teams internationally using that Iverson cut. Does a good job of shifting the weak side help, and that time no weak side defender there to rotate.
Beckham still waiting for a screen. To ISO. Steps through acrobatic and somehow, someway becomes the second player for Cameroon to get into double figures.
He willed his way to the basket there, falling down, extending the left hand. Really tough finish.
And Lutete continues to struggle from the three-point line. Beckham, Euro step, contact, and he counts it. Wow. Fitting into the big shoes of Jeremiah Hill. And now he a D coach. He is Cameroon's leading scorer as of now.
A really nice finish there, and interesting to see Coach Benin coming out here with a different starting lineup. And, you know, we already see a sub now, but just really curious as to why Ayenga and Kieli starting on the bench here in the second half.
He's unable to convert the free throw. Missy unable to get the putback, but they lead by 7. Crossing over, trying to find some separation. Trying to get it into paints. Kelly, since that opening move, he hasn't had many good looks in the paints. It's the tempo Cameroon wants to play it. Have a lead, getting into a half-court set. Nadas here for an ISO, got it by Sako. Back down, avoids the block, goes in. A nice move by Williams Nadas. And Coach Perron has seen enough. He's got to call timeout.
Nadas, such an efficient post scorer there. We saw them running this little Iverson, and then they cross the elbows to bring him coming off. So twice getting baskets, and there's been a lot of mid-range isolation.
On n'a aucun impact là, on joue comme des enfants là. Et c'est eux qui nous impactent de partout, dans les drives, dans tout là. On a le jeu intérieur, eux ils nous impactent, nous on y va doucement. Impactez-les.
Stay like this, stay like this, stay like this, stay like this.
Fils, on met Franck ici et on met la sortie de l'UTT là. Ici rien, on fait un end-off et un pick and roll. Nous ça s'arrête de jouer s'il n'y a pas la première chose. Continuité, sortie, enchaînée. Et gardez le cerveau les garçons. Écoutez-moi, écoutez-moi, écoutez-moi. Écoutez-moi, on fait...
Well, double-double for Yves Missy, 11 points, 11 rebounds. With the 9-point lead they have. Well, he's getting some help tonight. Nadas, Beckham, everybody coming into the lineup. And, Coach, imagine if this team shot well from the three-point line like they did in some of their other games.
That's definitely been a struggle for them in this game. And Missy been really dominant up until this point. Just really surprised to see Ayanga on the bench right now for the DRC. I think his veteran presence we saw in the first half coming in with some big baskets when they needed, and certainly momentum starting to shift here to Cameroon.
It's going to be a baseline possession to the Congo DR. Shambo will inbound this one. Things getting quite physical between Jordan Sako and Yves Missy. Quick three by Shamba. They needed that one, big time.
They definitely did. Great response there, tough shot. On the opening as the inbounder. Not easy to come from those positions and quickly knock down shots.
Missy, baseline. Twisting, turning again, goes to his right, and he reminds Sako just too little.
These are mistakes, though. We've seen this several times now, allowing him to get back to that right hand. Just got to stay down, make him finish with the left. Trust whatever help might be coming from the perimeter.
Well, that's actually going to be, they called out on Beckham or they called out on Nadas?
Looks like it's Beckham there picking up his third foul, so we'll see Lele checking in here.
Well, how many twists and turns sent both Conde Kelly and Jordan Sako wrong way?
Well, it just starts with the initial drive, letting him get to that right hand. We haven't seen him from the perimeter, putting it on the deck with his left, finishing with the left. Gotta make some adjustments here if you're the DRC.
Now they don't really have a natural point guard on the floor. Shamba goes in, gets denied at the summit. Missy with the rejection.
Missy doing it all right now, and you can see why he was all-rookie team in the NBA.
Well, he's really confident. Why not? Goes for a three, and he gets it to drop. Coach, what can Yves Missy not do tonight?
He is in a great flow right now, and if you're Sako, you just have to shake your head.
Billy comes up with it, goes to the reverse, and now the lead is bigger. And Coach Michel Perron having to call another timeout. The lead has now gone to 13. Cameroon in total control.
Nice run here. You see see the beautiful block from Missy, kind of doing it all here off the dribble, pulling from three. Not much you can do if you're Sacco there.
Oh, head down to Congo DR's bench, but those Cameroonian fans, the beautiful smiles, they hope that they can contain
Ne regardez
this.
pas à chaque fois que vous sortez en disant qu'est-ce que j'ai fait. On n'est pas à l'école. Pour l'instant, c'est toute l'équipe qui a des problèmes. C'est pas un joueur. Hein. Donc on trouve des solutions. On est nulle part, les garçons. Ils nous shootent sur la tête, ils nous impactent dedans. On perd des ballons comme des enfants. Oh, rejoue un basket, mettez un peu d'intensité là. Regardez entre vous deux là, lesquels prend le modèle.
Comment
I think Coach Perron very deliberate in that timeout because his team, well, first of all, they got to find ways to score. That's the first thing. The second thing is they got to get back on defense. But how do you stop Beat Missy in the groove that he's in now, Coach?
Oh, it's a tough cover when he's knocking threes down off the dribble, but it's just a curious way to start the half. I don't understand why Iyengo was on the bench. Certainly, you know, during that run, they're 19 points better with him on the court versus off. And waiting until they're down 13 here before inserting him.
Lele coming in for the reach. Shambo made his last three. Conga this one. Lele comes up with the rebound. That's going to be a foul on Shambo. Second team foul against Congo DR here in the third quarter. 5:50 to go.
The obvious foul there. He's got two hands. For the Congo, come up with some stops here so you can get back out in transition. A lot of success there in the first quarter, especially.
That time coming up with it. Jonathan Jordan provide them with something. Here's a gamble. You don't know where the offense is going. It's another turnover. Lele becoming a defensive X factor right now for the Cameroonians.
That was great help there from Lele, sitting in that gap with the active hands. Stripping the angle.
Nice take by Show, but doesn't get the right angle. Here's where Congo DR's got to capitalize. Jordan now pulls up from 10. Okay. Good look, but it just won't go in. Show splits the defense and goes in with a two-handed rim rocker. Coach, Congo DR's defense right now nowhere to be seen.
That was a beautiful split there from Show, and the official kind of waiting to see if there's an advantage before calling. Iyengo was trying to take a foul there to stop the break.
Sacco from 18. That's not going to cut it. Rebound secured. Cameroon in total control, leading by 15. Show kicks out. Ateba, bit of space. There's a three. Oh, baby! Cameroon flying with confidence.
They really are. If you're the Congo, you got to just figure out something here. Try to quiet this Cameroonian team down.
It's still nothing going in for the Congo DR. Coach, of all the teams we've seen play here in qualification to quarterfinals, you notice that the teams from the Nemo look out below. There's a hot foul. The point I was making was the teams that have come from the Nemo, well, it's a tough transition to get onto this court and get used to everything, and even the routines that you mentioned.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, they've had to travel, move into a new hotel, figure out the rhythm of how things operate here at this arena. And you see there, Iyengo's trying to take the foul here. Officials letting it play on and Show with the show time.
Well, Missy's just missing the first free throw. Just remember, he got his double-double in the first minute here in the third quarter. 16 points, 11 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal. Second one good. Jordan bumped it. A trip to the free throw line in time for much needed points for Congo DR.
Almost looked like Jordan extended that arm out, might have caught Yenga in the face. And you see the frustration here for the Congo. They just can't figure out a way to shift the momentum. Maybe go to some zone. Just find something to gain some rhythm. Still a lot of time left in this game.
Well, it's only now with 3:33 he becomes the first player for Congo DR to get into double figures. Of course, over 66% of his points have come from the free throw line. Really just trying to manage being the primary point guy. Now goes for a deep three. Well, they're up by 17. I'm not quite sure that's the shot they want him to take.
No, definitely not. Show more patience there. Same thing we saw with Beckham. Try to get these other guys involved, especially with Missy rolling the way he has been so far in this game.
Well, Missy's going to come out. So checking into the game, Ebois. Because he's been very dominant tonight. There's no denying that whatsoever. Now, it's a mismatch against him. There's a double team. One more pass. Goes down the middle. That's much better for Congo DR, finding that confidence in their offense.
Well, it started with a touch to Yenga, and I think if you're the Congo and you're in the half court, the ball's got to end up in his hands. He's going to make good decisions with it, like his little post-up game there. And I think that's been the mistakes. Again, they started this half out surprisingly with him on the bench. That's where Cameroon went on that big run. So I'd like to see the ball go back to Yenga here, that same mid-post isolation. Just let him make decisions.
A 19-point lead's been cut down to 15. 4-0 run currently from Congo DR. This could be big. Kelly, three. He touches nothing. They want to run. He just made 2 threes. But an offensive foul is going to be called against Ebois.
Saw those guys getting tangled up there in transition, and he had the air ball there from Kelly, but still a good look. I'd continue to play through Yenga here in the half court. Transition, let Jordan do his thing, but Yenga's in the game. They've gotten their best looks with him having the ball in his hands.
Just over 2 minutes left here in the third. Heavy defense coming. Yenga getting the seal off. Tough pass. Utete down the middle, and he gets denied. Yenga with a solid block there, because you saw the extension where Lutete's trying to avoid the block.
This is a beautiful block, and like you said, almost an offensive foul there. Tete kind of using that offhand to push off. Lucky he wasn't called.
That's an elbow to the face.
It's unbelievable. Yenga staying with that play.
What I love about it, this is the AfroBasket. You don't see any complaints whatsoever.
Well, you better go strong if you're going to be playing in this tournament. The physicality you see every night.
24-second violation. Mute, he kind of didn't celebrate the fact that they forced him into a 24-second violation. It was good defense. I don't think there was a foul, but you could see him quickly turn to the ref to say, so I didn't foul him?
Well, the DRC just a little bit out of sorts here. But you look up, it's only a 15-point game, still lots of time.
Well, DRC's got to, Congo DRC's got to dig deep. Ebois, quick ghost screen. Baseline, Ayaga, 18. I think he may have got a scrape off the backboard, but they'll take it.
Ayaga is really giving them some great minutes here.
Coach, they keep playing like this. They may not need to bring Missy and Quebec back on the floor. Well, maybe they might.
Mateo, big response there. I'm expecting him to rise up like that. That's the first three he's hit in this tournament, but a timely one.
Show demanding the screen from Ebois. Tries to deny it. Finds a way around. Still keeps it alive. But in the end, nutmegs his own teammate.
A 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Congo. And if you can chip away at this, I think all things considered, how disjointed they've been here in the third quarter. I'm surprised to see Anyenga coming out. I think we need him offensively here, but Mateo rising up with the contested three there.
Well, they needed that one big time. Sacco in the paint. Mateo getting ready for a double team. Here it comes. Well, another good look in the corner. This will build their confidence, cutting it down to 11.
Big three from Kabuya. We haven't seen him outside of the 30 seconds where he started this game. Coming in and knocking down the huge corner three, and a great kick out there from Sacco.
5 seconds. Mute thinking about that three. Now penetrates. Hangs with Yep, and he misses. Got to be able to make that. Well, still time. I don't think he got it off in time.
Everybody just kind of froze there when the shot clock went off, but you got to understand the time difference. DRC lucky there that turnover didn't need the points.
Well, heading into final 10 minutes to decide which one of these teams will indeed progress to the quarterfinals. That was the last three-pointer by the Congo DR. And of course, a huge three-pointer, back-to-back triples. They've been down by as many as 19, but it's only an 11-point ball game. Well, we'll look at some of the key stats from this game, and then we'll show the big highlights from the third quarter. There's still only 4 offensive rebounds for Congo DR, 14, coach, for Cameroon.
Yeah, 14, but they had 12 in the first half, so much better there in the third quarter. And 2 big threes from players who hadn't made one this entire tournament. So Mateo and Kabuya coming in and bringing them back into this game.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights here from the third quarter, starting with Williams Nadas. That Iverson cut, as you mentioned, and the and-one play by the on-team Sharks superstar, Beckham, who right now has 3 fouls, but he has stepped up big time in the absence of Jeremiah Hill.
Well, it's really been the Missy show. You've seen all the skill on display, putting it on the deck, spinning left and right, getting everybody biting on that fake. He's been tremendous.
Well, a big moment, of course. They had those 2 three-pointers that cut it down to 11. I mean, this is great by Lele coming off the bench. Going in with a reverse layup to avoid the block, but I mean, it was showtime, as you said, coach.
Great job of splitting the defenders in transition, but you see the huge three. Kabuya coming off the bench, knocking it down.
Well, fans, this is the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. And of course, all roads may end tonight for either Cameroon or the Congo DR. As mentioned, the winner will indeed go to the quarterfinals. But if you love the AfroBasket, if you love international hoops, scan the QR code and download the Courtside 1891 app, where you can get the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Mateo in the high post, unable to finish, but he gets his own rebound. Kabuya, another three. Another offensive rebound. We'll take that to 6 for Congo DR, but Mateo will go in and cut it down to single digits.
Great activity there. The 2 bench players sparking this comeback. Cameroon going to zone there, trying to steal the play coming out of the quarter.
Well, that's going to be on Jonathan Jordan. Indeed, that's foul number 3. The Congolese fans right behind their bench. Just a little high of the first row. Beckham Finds Nadas. Little teardrop. Putting it back to an 11-point lead.
Well, that's where he's so good. He's just always kind of lurking around, finding these seams in the defense. Nice little right-hand floater there.
Well, Jordan Sacco will try a three, and why not? At the moment, Congo DR finding the fire from three-point land.
Well, it's their bigs coming into this game and knocking big threes down. Sacco had only made 1 3 prior to that one in this entire tournament. So these bigs are picking the right time to knock in these shots.
Missy's only got a few seconds. Beckham's going to have to force it up. Beats the shot clock, but doesn't hit anything but the backboard. And now Congo DR down by 8. You kind of feel the Congolese fans. They're going to go wild if they get something. Pump fake, steps through, gets fouled. It's going to be a trip to the free throw line for Frank Yembo.
Really nice pump fake there. You know Missy's going to be trying to rotate over and block that. And gets him to leave his feet and draws the foul.
Well, there's the three-pointer by Rio Briogans. Jordan Sacco. And that puts a smile on his face.
It definitely should. You know, he was on the receiving end of Missy with that pull-up three off the dribble. So these two players have been going head-to-head all game long. You see why they're playing at the levels that they do.
Just got to make sure that Mateo's healthy. They need him back in the lineup. Of course, Yembo's been an interesting player, coach. He only played 5 minutes in that opening game against Cabo Verde. Because he played a lot more against Rwanda where they won, and of course against Cote d'Ivoire, but the only time he scored prior to this game was 2 points against Cote d'Ivoire. Right now, he's actually got 6 points.
Well, we've seen Coach Perrin go deep into the bench right now, and why not? Nothing really was working earlier in this half, so found some life from these bench players, and now you look up and just a 6-point game.
A 19-point lead, cut down to 6. Nadas twisting, turning, avoids the block.
This one's so good. They go back to that little Iverson set, cross-screening him in off the elbow and letting him go to work.
Jordan fires the three, doesn't get it. Taylor comes up with a rebound. Your team's got a size advantage. Tries to go baseline. Trying to dish off to Missy, but coach probably should have gone up with himself. And an unsportsmanlike foul is going to be called against Nadas.
I'm surprised at that call. You know, often you'd see the official not call anything, just let it play on, see if the advantage stayed, but it looked like there was some attempt at the ball there.
Well, the head coach's challenge called by Alfred Aboya. The officials will go to the monitor to have a review.
It's an interesting decision.
We are here. We are going to review if the contact meets the criteria for unsportsmanlike foul. Ruling on the floor, unsportsmanlike foul. Please give it to me in normal speed. Okay, so we've got, give it to me. So frame by frame, go. So he's in front, he's illegal. He goes, he plays. There's the ball. What do you have? I got him playing the ball. And it's, you see it? So he goes for the ball and then the contact after because he's beaten him. So play it again. Go back. Right. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. We got play. We got him illegal. He goes for the ball. Can't get him. You got another? Play that one for me. Yeah. Yeah, that one. Tight shot. See the ball there? Yeah. I got him playing the ball. Okay? So, after the review, It's going to downgrade to normal foul. Number 44, you've got side ball. All right. Normal foul, you've got side ball.
Well, a downgrade has been given. So it's not going to be 2 free throws at possession for Congo DR. That would have really changed a few things in this game, but great job by Coach Aboy to call for the head coach's challenge.
Yeah, good challenge there, and the officials got it right on the review. Surprised to see the whistle. Surprised even that anything was whistled there, let alone a unsportsmanlike foul.
Oh, he missed a wide open point-blank range. What a pass by Jordan Sacco to find him, but, well, he's got to do better, Coach.
Well, he's just got to dunk that. It's a really nice set there from Coach Pran. Had him wide open on the curl, and maybe he was just too open. Didn't know what to do with it.
I think Kelly's going to have a better look like that in the paint tonight. Cameroon will get it back. Leading by 8 points.
Seen the same set, the Iverson and cross screen. They're just going to let Naras isolate over there.
Naras almost turning it over, just because he tries to put the ball on the floor before doing a jab step, but of course in the Iverson set, you want to get it and go right away on the ISO.
Well, I think it's just a read. We saw him do it the first time he got it, and the next time more of a post isolation, and then the next 2 times more of a perimeter isolation. So getting heavy usage out of that set.
Well, great take by Beckham. DR. Another backdoor play. Niembo goes in, throws it down with 2 hands. Another assist coming from Sacco.
It's a beautiful pass from Sacco and a great cut there from Niembo. Beautiful give and go there.
It's not the first time they've been caught in a backdoor play in which Jordan Sacco's been able to identify with a little dime. Cameroon just trying to hang on. The DR have only committed 1 team foul. There's the second one. Missy will go back to the free throw line.
They just have to be more disciplined. They got him going left finally, and then instead of just staying vertical, finishing with that left hand, come down, getting these free throws.
Show's going to come back in the lineup, so Beckham will go to the bench. So I imagine Show is probably going to be the primary point guard tonight for this, or for however long they're going to keep Beckham out of the lineup.
I think just a quick spell here. Beckham for sure will be coming back in shortly to finish this game out, and Show will have to move over to that primary. Lele a little shaky in his minutes. Coach Aboy deciding to go with Show.
No lane violation called there. Goes out of bounds. Congo DR will get it back.
Show almost coming up with that offensive rebound. Foot just on the line there as he went to save it. DRC, when are you going to come back with Iyenga? It's been a struggle for them in the half court.
Jordan now going down low. Another dive, beautiful pass, another foul, another trip to the free throw line. Sacco's passing, Coach, has been amazing tonight.
Well, absolutely. Been really impressed. Seen several beautiful passes out of the post. Another really nice cut from Niembo.
He's got to be able to make his free throws. Cut it down to an 8-point ball game. Second one, still no good. Mateo, offensive rebound. Well, Mateo, Coach, playing a bit of bully basketball against Missy.
Mateo's been outstanding in this game. Really great minutes from him. We saw that big 3, but just his activity levels.
Yega getting ready to come back into Cameroon. Show looking to attack. Finds Ateba, but an offensive foul is going to be called.
Bit of a late whistle there, but I think it's the right call.
Mute is going to leave the game. He'll get back in the lineup for Cameroon. 5:52, 7-point ball game. Everything's got to be calculated now here for Congo DR. Another kick out, another three. This is way off the mark.
Kabuya again trying to come off the bench, firing. Made that big corner three there at the end of the third quarter, and this time just couldn't come up with it. But clearly wanting to play out of that post. Shabako just kind of make these decisions.
Well, this is going to get the at one, but Jonathan Jordan asking the question why an 8-second violation wasn't called.
Definitely close, and once again we see Missy going to that right hand from the perimeters. Really shown his ability to put it on the deck. So agile for someone that size. And he's just going to continue to get better and better as a player.
Because you can definitely understand or feel for Jonathan Jordan, because he may be right, he may be wrong, you never know. But by his reaction to the referee at that point, you kind of felt the Congo DR's defense, that was where their attention was turned. Now, Missy, of course, had a bit of time to put it on the ground. And that becomes bad to worse for them, because now they'll go to the free throw line for a potential three-point play to put it back to 10 points.
Those post isolations for Missy have been a problem for the DRC all game. I mean, they really started out as kind of mid-post and now extending all the way to the perimeter. Missy showing he's capable of putting it on the deck going right. I think you got to see if he can do it going left. Really be active in your digs. We saw them force a turnover in the first half where Jordan digging down from that perimeter when Missy was on the left, but certainly just playing it straight up has not been the answer for the DRC in this game.
Well, they've done a magnificent job to be able to build the lead they have. They led by as many as 19, and they did it without Jeremiah Hill. He's got 13 points, 3 rebounds, Williams Nadas. And of course, it's all about battling to the end to get to the quarterfinals.
And Naras just so strong. Typically playing the 3. They've been playing more 4 here in this game, and they've been going to that Iverson and cross screen set for him quite a bit.
Is he unable to convert the 3-point play? Jordan again trying to push the tempo, but doesn't want to go down low. Mateo spinning baseline. Missy with a good defense. Nice battle. There's a bump. There's a foul. And it's going to be another trip to the free throw line here for Congo DR.
Well, a nice move there from Mateo, the spin. And I've been really impressed with him. Definitely having his best performance of this tournament at an important time. You see Christian Ayanga back in this game here for sure will be on the floor for these final 5 minutes.
We started with Gran Canaria in their second team. Guess he hasn't quite yet made that debut in Liga Endesa, Spanish ACB, but because Gran Canaria next season will be in the Basketball Champions League, and who knows, maybe he'll get that opportunity. Just saw Coach Aboya looking on, knowing that this game is far from over. Mateo makes the second one.
Mateo, just 16 years old, if you can believe that. Won't turn 17 until December, and you can see the talent there from the youngster.
Yeager down the middle, bumps, goes in, can't finish. Rebound's been secured. Cameroon don't have any fouls to give the final 4 minutes and 42 seconds. 16 years old. Are you sure?
Well, he is putting it all on the floor right now. We've seen threes, spin moves from the mid post, and doing it against one of the top young centers in the NBA.
Well, the last now 15 points. Jordan Sacco just having his hands full in that defensive matchup. Jordan gets his pocket picks. That will go out of bounds. Congo DR will get it back. Show is going to come back in for a Jaeger. Not many 16-year-olds play with this kind of confidence, Coach.
Well, just needed the opportunity. He has not backed down from missing this game. We've seen really a vast array of skills there offensively. I've been so impressed.
And he is leading them tonight. Cameroon happy to slow this one down as we reach the 4-minute mark. They lead by 8 points. Quebec goes all the way and makes it a 10-point lead. And I think a timeout is going to be called. No. With a change in the basketball. What's that about?
I'm not sure. Maybe basketball a little bit wet. Didn't look wet there on that drive for Beckham. I'm not sure what it is the official identified, but he was right on top of that, wanting to switch the ball out. And after the Congo, you just got to come up with some stops. The rejection and the pick and roll always difficult, but nobody there to rotate over and meet Beckham at the rim.
He has been only 1 for 6 from the three-point line, Beckham, but he's a second leading scorer of 16. Having to fill those big shoes of Jeremiah Hill. Mateo, turnaround, hand control, thought he was going to get fouled. Well, yeah, that ball's wet too.
You can see it's covered in sweat. Not sure who the culprit is, but trying to rotate these balls.
The good thing for Congo DR, Coach, they do have one foul to give, but they'll want to save that foul. Well, they almost committed it. They come up with it still. Gotta be able to convert this. Jordan goes all the way, finishes. That's one way to convert turnovers into fast break points.
Yeah, nice finish there from Jordan. And the Congo now just need to be disciplined. You don't have to take too many risks. You see them in a 1-3-1 zone here. It's the first time we've seen this. Saving it for the end of the game here. Let's see how Cameroon looks to attack.
Missy pump fakes. Tries to kick out. Now Lutete got a hand to it. 1.5 left on the shot clock.
Much better there from Mateo. Staying down, keeping him on that left hand. You see the nice finish here from Jordan. And interesting, they're going man here.
Well, that's going to be a 24-second violation. 2:46 now. Still time for Congo DR.
It definitely is. Need to get a quality shot here. No reason to rush right now. There's still plenty of time in this game.
Well, trying to go to Sacco. Wants to go right back out to Jordan. And he turns it over. Naras down the middle. Kicks out. Cameroon don't want to go quickly.
Well, it's really smart there from Naras, not forcing anything, and big turnover on the other end.
Well, there's a rejection. Good defensive play. It's a poor foul to give away because you're just going to send him to the free throw line.
Oh, that's a really poor foul. And frustration from Beckham, but he's got to know better. The worst thing you can do right now is stop the clock. Put the DRC on the free throw line here. You know, he's a little frustrated. Thought he was bunked by Mateo at the top, and see Iyenga with the huge block here.
Well, free throws have to count at this stage. Everything needs to go in. He now has 8 points. That's his second free throw tonight. Still is, Coach. 100% from the field, even from the free throw line.
He's been tremendous for them. Yeah, I was a little surprised. Yeah, there's the Jenks.
First miss of the night.
Yeah, but I think, you know, Cameroon built their lead when Iyenga was on the bench to start this half. See them back in that zone. 1-3-1 here. And Mateo in the middle.
That's going to be another offensive foul. And that indeed is going to be number 5, I think. I think he's out of it.
Yeah, that's going to be 5 on Beckham, and just seeing the inexperience there, kind of forcing drives that aren't necessarily there. I know the 1-3-1 is a weird look, but leaving his feet. Nice job of the Congo drawing the charge there, and you can see definitely Sako having position there. Who's Coach Aboya going to come with here down the stretch? Big moment for whoever that player is. Maybe it'll be Show. I don't think he was.
Well, Show's in right now. I probably Mute. Yeah, that's the thing. They're going to bring a little bit of size in. So Show will probably be primary ball handler.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And Show's going to slide over to that 1. And not coming with Lele. Yeah, so big moment for him, having to lead this team here over the last 2 minutes.
Cameroon, not a foul left to give. Sako, one more pass. Mateo for 3 maybe. It was wide open, but not the right play. You want shooting the 3.
He made 1 from that corner, but I agree with you. You think you probably want your best shooter there. And gone to that post isolation from Iyenga. He's been really a facilitator out of that spot. They found 3s several times from that play. Mateo unable to knock that one down.
Again, Cameroon happy just to wind the clock down. That's going to be a turnover. Good defense by Sako.
I think Ross feeling that Sako bumped him. And that's the reason why he stepped on the line. Definitely was some contact there.
Well, the timeout is going to be called by Coach Perron. They're down 7. 1:27 left. It's now or never for Congo DR, but for Cameroon, it's like maybe they could have ran away with this game a while ago, because they did lead by as many as 19.
If you're Coach Perrin here, definitely going to advance this ball, try to look for a quick score. They've been playing out of Iyenga in the post a lot. He's been finding shooters. You just got to consider who the person is on that opposite corner. So he's been finding these diagonal kickouts, that extra pass, catching the low man defender before he can close out. So maybe just changing your personnel location. Instead of having Mateo there in that corner, slide over maybe Lutete, somebody that's a little bit more prominent shooter there. But I think the ball's got to end up in Iyenga's hands coming out of this timeout.
Well, they went on that spree where they hit 3 consecutive three-pointers. You kind of felt maybe they were going to get back in this, but that's a lot to ask. You come from Namibia, you win only 1 game. That was against Rwanda. And let's not forget as well, Coach, I mean, even without Jeremiah Hill, Cameroon's still a very good basketball team, and who knows, even with Jeremiah Hill, the potential of maybe, you know, having a good matchup in the quarterfinals, if they get this still, that is.
Well, they got to finish this one out first. Big possession here. Let's see where the DRC goes. Expect to see something with Iyenga having the ball in his hands. Maybe Otet coming off of a hammer screen. I see Mateo down that corner. Wouldn't be surprised to see something along those lines with him setting a back screen for Otet to come find a corner 3.
Sako in the paint. Was twisted, going up. Nice move. Now indeed, he cuts it down to a 5-point ball game with under 80 seconds left.
Really nice left-hand finish there.
Ross finds Mitch, it goes in. Almost served it up. Falling into the hands of Mute. DR have 1 foul to give. Oh, nice rejection by Mateo. Makes it tough. And falling to the hands of Show. He's fouled. And he gets A trip to the free throw line. A technical foul is going to be called against Sako.
He's got to have discipline here. A beautiful block from Mateo. Just unable to come up with it there, but we're still very much in this game. The last thing we need right now is a technical foul. Sako's just got to be better in this moment.
Sako needs to walk away from the referee. He's kind of staring him down at the moment. Well, Tabor will step up to the free throw line. Oh, he missed it. We'll have 2 more free throws coming up from Show. As they'll try to put the lead back up to 7. The hours you spend, coach. Here's where you got to make the free throws. Oh, he missed it. Not over yet, coach.
Well, Congo out of timeouts right now, so you'll see them pushing it up the floor. And if he makes this, probably should be looking for 3-pointers at this stage.
Jordan trying to play quickly, looking for a kick out. Now attacking, going quickly, getting denied by Missy.
We got a foul now, try to trap first.
Joe splits the defense. Nadas, open, 3. Au revoir. Goodbye, he said. Goodbye indeed.
Big shot. I don't know if you wanted to see him taking it in that moment, but knocking it down and somebody on the ground here.
That's Mute. Not sure what happened to him. Looks like a cramp maybe of some sort.
I think it's just a cramp. Let's hope it's just a cramp. Oh, another injury for Cameroon. You see their fans loving it. And Ross got the ball. I thought for sure he would bring it back out to the perimeter, try to kill a little bit more clock. Instead, he goes up and knocked down the dagger 3.
What's that 3-pointer? Well, here's the block. It's actually Nadas on the ground. As you mentioned, I got it wrong, but big time block. And here it was. Williams Nadas. Merci beaucoup. And he reminded everybody with the goodbye signal. Au revoir. Big time 3. And that might do it, coach. That might just set and seal their tickets to the quarterfinals.
Oh, you see him waving goodbye, and that certainly was a huge 3. You saw the big block there from Missy on the other end. And Jordan there's got to find kickouts for 3 at this stage. You got to try to force turnovers, get a trap here before you take a foul.
Oh, turned over. Falling right in the hands of Mutete. He's a great 3-point shooter, but it just hasn't worked for him tonight. Well, Cameroon have done it. They have done it indeed without Jeremiah Hill, led by Yves Missy, of course, from Samuel Quebekum. And indeed they win 77-68. Cameroon on their way to the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Congo DR, coach, they came close. They almost were within touching distance, but it just wasn't enough in the end.
Well, credit the Congo battling back there. You thought early in that 3rd quarter this game might have gotten away from them. But they found a spark there, especially with the play of the youngster, Mateo. But Cameroon just too much down the stretch. And that man right there, Missy, what a performance from him. Just big blocks, big rebounds throughout this game. And you can see the talent on display here in his first AfroBasket.
Well, there you can see Williams Nadas. Hopefully, it's not too much of a concern because he had some big moments in this game. And Jeremiah Hill, who unfortunately went down to injury, hyperextending his knee against Nigeria. There were a lot of concerns for Cameroon coming into this game. Were they going to be able to compete without Jeremiah Hill? And they did that. Quebec filling in the big shoes, but it was all about Yves Missy. And who could forget the performance of this man? William Nadas finishing with 18 points. Tonight just too shy of Missy's 20. A big-time win for Cameroon.
Well, Naras was tremendous. The veteran really stepping up. 18 big points, but an efficient 18, 8 of 14 from the floor, and of course that dagger 3 there at the end. And Missy just from the beginning of this game showing so much talent. Not just the defense and the block shots, but they really went to him a lot in those mid-post isolations. Showed a great ability to put the ball on the deck. And as they move forward, I think he's going to be more and more heavily featured in this offense.
Well, that wraps it up from the qualification to the quarterfinals, Coach. Indeed, the brackets indeed will be set. It just gets better and better, doesn't it?
Well, it really does. We've got some great matchups lined up here. These games, so much on the line for these teams as you get closer and closer to that championship.
Williams-Nadas hitting that final three-pointer, taking Cameroon to 6 in total. They out-rebounded the Congo DR 49-33. Congo DR did have more assists for that matter, but you know what? Tonight, it was about Cameroon. Battling through the adversity, the challenge, the unknown of could they compete without Jeremiah Hill. And well, they answered that challenge. But guess what? Now you go to the quarterfinals. Now you've got to go through another challenge. And you know what? They'll give it everything.
Well, no question. And a lot of different guys stepping up for Cameroon. Obviously, it's a big void there with Hill being out, but big plays, especially from this guy right here.
Of course, I love that offense. The Iverson cut. And they went a few times to it. And he had quite a few success with that motion. But I'll tell you what, I love seeing him in a Cameroon jersey. And I'm going to love seeing him play for Jadia Dijon next year. But I'm going to absolutely be thrilled to see him and Cameroon in the quarterfinals of this AfroBasket.
Well, Naras was huge all game long. You saw some nice combinations there. And Niamba on the nice cut. And Mateo there really bringing some great minutes, down the stretch, making it interesting. So saw Sako there with a tough left-hand finish, but this right here was the dagger that put this game out of reach.
Well, there was the goodbye. The au revoir three-pointer from Williams-Nadas. And that wraps it up. The qualification to the quarterfinals have been complete. We saw an emphatic victory for Cabo Verde today over the two-time defending champions, who unfortunately now are out of the FIBA AfroBasket. The same now for Congo DR. Coach, final thoughts from you?
Well, as we move forward, right, these matchups become more and more interesting, more on the line, and I think we haven't seen these group leaders now who have advanced to the quarterfinals, so that extra day of rest is so important. But Capo Verde today certainly making a claim that they should be considered one of the best here.
Well, basketball fans, we'll see for the quarterfinals, but for now, from myself and Coach Will Voigt, it's good night, goodbye, and God bless.